But I want to talk about Oprah, dude.
Let's
Because
talk about Oprah.
my lady, first of all, she's a mix of like completely on her game and she's also lost a step. You know what I mean? Like when old people, they're still with it 100%. They got that old wisdom, but then they lost a step somewhere. That was my take watching this interview. I got to show you this.
You think Oprah's not on point right now? But because they put out a banger. I mean, we're all talking about it.
Yeah,
so
that's
as far as viral, it is. They put out a banger. This is the kind of thing that I really wanted and hoped would just go, like the Dr. Zeus shit. You hear about the Dr. Zeus? It's over, right? Like we're not going to pretend we're outraged about that one. I thought this was that level of scandal.
I had a family member be like, I was like, what are you doing today? They're like, oh, I'm going to go try to find some Dr. Seuss books at half price. I was like, you don't care about this stuff. And he's like, no, I'm going to scalp it online. I was like, oh, that's the guy I know. That makes sense.
That's money. That's good.
That's money, right?
That's our new course. Buy it before it's canceled. It's like when you hear that it's going to get canceled, we got to put the stock charts up and we're like, and you're not going to tell me Dr. Seuss is headed for cancel.
Be given
buy the books
all
now.
around the same time.
Okay, hold on.
So we have in tandem the conversation of.
Okay, so let me set this up. Let me set the stage. So here's Oprah. Big interview for her. Oprah's thinking, mommy's back on top. That's what she's thinking.
Yep.
So just so you guys know, in every interview, you're supposed to look for what's called like the big moment. This is very classic in interviews. Great interviewers all know how to spot the big moment.
It's like a revelation?
Yeah, it's like when like Lance Armstrong goes, I was doping. That's like the bombshell you're going to lead with. Everything. It's what makes the interview. It's what everyone talks about. So you have to be there to respond as the host. And I'm always, now that I'm trying to learn to be a good interviewer, I feel like I've got a lot to learn from people like Oprah, one of the all-time greats, because she really gets stuff out of people. I say, I want to see what she does. And I am sad to say, she fumbled.
He won't be given security. He's not going to be given a title.
Let's go.
And also,
here it is.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Come on, you see the gears turning. This is your moment.
What?
Oh, you screwed the whole thing up. Well,
not enough?
What? No, not enough.
What is the... Yeah, it's not enough.
What kind of thing is that? That anybody can say what? That's not a good response.
This is a great technical.
Now, if she got up and she's like, "What the fuck?" You know, that would be great because at least it would be, it'd be heated. But instead, it's like long silence. What?
Yeah, that's a great technical note. What is not a good interview question? No. Because it's too open. It's not specific enough, I guess. You're supposed to lead them somewhere. So better to stay silent on that. Look, it's Oprah. They put out a banger, but you're right. That is technically
what kind of an interview?
And you're not going to tell me who had the conversation.
There we go. She recovered. And because Oprah's tight and she recovered. And then this is a great question because she's basically like, Megan, give me more. She's trying to.
Let's get the names.
Dig. Hey, let's tear up that family. And then Megan, and dude, I'm like so invested in the stupid drama. It's just like so funny. Okay. So
you tried so hard not to do this. I had to pitch it as like a comedy show. It's funny.
All right, check it out. Check out what Megan says here. I was on Megan's side until this moment.
Yes.
Sorry, let's back up. Sorry, we got to back up.
Back up, but I just love that we got to do it. I love that you're getting into it. It's great. It's so funny.
We got to go back to. Hold on, let's go back to.
Let's do what? Let's get another one.
Concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
What?
What?
Okay, now this. Pay attention.
And you're not going to tell me who had the conversation?
I think that would be very damaging to them.
Well,
it's cutting back and forth. So why even put the what? Like, you could just cut that out and edit it.
Hey, yeah. First of all, you should have cut it out in editing. Second of all, let me repeat these lines to you. Meghan Markle goes, royal family, racist. Oprah, well, who's racist in the royal family? Meghan. Well, I don't want to hurt anybody in the royal family. It's really damaging to the royal family if I tell you who it is. No, It was damaging. The first thing you said was the damaging part. The second part is like the person who should be fired. Just Tell people who it was so they can get them out. But instead it's like, yeah, there's a hit. It's like Among Us Racist Edition. There's a racist among us, but I'm not going to tell you who it is because that might be damaging. No, that's going to take down the whole ship.
You got to hold the cards, baby. You got to hold the cards. She knows what she's doing. This is a good play. This is like a form of activism.
You said this, which I thought was very interesting because you were like, no, Stephen, she's holding it over the royal family because now she's got that ace in the hole. And I thought that was a great point. But I'm just saying it's very manipulative to say like, oh, I wouldn't want to hurt anybody. It's like, well, then don't do the interview though, right?
Yeah, what? No, it's, yeah. I mean, and honestly, it can only be two people.
What?
She did narrow it down. It can only be two people. It can only be the dad. That's what Piers Morgan was saying. So she's saying basically it's either the dad in the hospital or the main prince king, like the older brother. It could only be those two. Like the way she's phrasing it, okay, it's someone in the higher ups in the royal family. So the royal family is this many people. She said it's not the queen, so it's one of those two. Basically, there's only like 5 people it can be. She's not talking about some staff.
Yeah, you're right. She's for sure not talking about some staff.
She's not talking about some staff. She's talking about in the family. Someone said it. So it's one of these two basically. But yeah, why not hold the cards? Why not stretch the drama out? This is what the job is. When you watch The Crown, you realize in the first season they say this. And the king says this to her dad, to Queen Elizabeth's dad. But the first season they said, you realize you guys are not actual kings and queens anymore. You're just a reality TV show for England. So you're the Kardashians. Play your part.
Right.
You can't say this. Like the queen's controlled the most. She holds the most control. But then the rest of them, it does tear them apart. Like they're depressed people. You hear them in interviews. They're vapid. You're not meant to live like this in a castle. That's why they're kooky, silly people. Like you look at Prince Charles. He's a silly. There's nothing in there. His brother, who's best friends with Epstein. There's nothing. They're crazy. You can't live like this. Even Princess Margaret, they had issues, I'm saying. And I love Princess Margaret. I thought Diana was cool too. They're all basically going into this messed up institution and being like, yeah, it's making me sad. And I guess the royal family's like, yeah, we're all sad. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, yeah, that's what Meghan's saying.
Yeah.
I'm a scammer. Gonna rip you off, take you down.